Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. And we're zooming in and focusing in on a great viewer question. And that was really how to know how to trust yourself again after you've been in a relationship with a narcissist or a psychopath, someone who has emotionally manipulated you, or you're feeling used by, you're feeling duped by, you're feeling deceived by. They have not given you respect or credit where credit is due. They are not empathetic. They're not feeling your feelings. They're not able to listen. They're not able to take to heart what you're saying, but they are being abusive, or they're even worse, they are being hateful. They are using tools of sabotaging, scapegoating, or projection, making you feel or to be isolated. Sort of getting you into a corner where you do not have support and you're being treated as if you're not making sense, or you're crazy, or what you're asking for is too much. It doesn't make any sense. And so how do you begin to trust yourself? How do you begin to know what is right? How do you sort through the lies? How do you sort through the confusion and the bewilderment? How do you get back on your feet and get through the hurt? Well, realize that hurt or pain is meant to get your attention. It's meant to say there is injury here. There is damage here. This needs to heal. This needs to be covered. This needs to be protected. There needs to be something therapeutic here, meaning life-giving, meaning regenerating, meaning care and protection, and getting things back into place where things are functioning. So beginning to trust yourself really begins to is the other side of self-doubt. Self-doubt is what it is the number one tool. It is the number one arrow that is slung at victims or supply of others who have been in a relationship with a narcissist or a psychopath. It is to be told that you're crazy. Your needs don't matter. It is the exploitation where you're constantly put the other person first. And then they come to expect that. And then eventually, as you continue to repeat that, it becomes 90% about them and 10% about you. And then no longer are you represented in the relationship. And then if that has if that has occurred when you were a child, then that becomes represented in your schoolyard, that becomes represented in your school classroom, that becomes represented in your college, and in your profession, and in your marriage, and in your other relationships, where then you begin to believe that you are not trustworthy. You are all about taking care of the other person, so then other people constantly matter more than you. And that is repeated and rehearsed and memorized in your being, in your muscles, in your organs, in your thought processes, and then in your neurochemicals, which then you begin to believe that you will never ever begin to trust yourself again, because this has been so hammered into you, or so glaring in your face when you have been in maybe a breakup with a covert or narcissistic lover or relationship, where basically they smacked you in the face with their lies, with their condescending, with their minimizing of you, and then you are standing there in full glory, basically getting hit in the face. And it is nothing to do with you. It's nothing that you did wrong. It is just that you have encountered a very hurtful and manipulative individual. And even though to the appearance of others, everybody else, they're a good person, and they don't see it, you know the truth. And so your truth and knowing what they have done is your personal power. It's not saying, well, just remember all the bad times. It's remembering what had occurred. It is saying what it is. It's not overreacting. It is not underreacting. It is acknowledgement 100% of what occurred. And to realize it has nothing to do with you. It wasn't a fault of you. You had, you were caught up in this net. You were caught up in this projection. You were caught up in this individual who is seeking basically supply from others to get their way through life. They take advantage of others. That is what they do. You happen to have been in the way. So trusting yourself now comes to be in an acknowledgement of your inner truth, in knowing that you better and are worth taking care of. You need to take, you need to take care of yourself from here. You need to get you from here. And you need to take 100% responsibility for where you go and to protect yourself and make this a lesson learned. When I talk about the recovery journal, and I talk about the recovery date, one of the most important sections of your recovery journal should be lessons learned. And you need to write these down. You need to have these come through you from your heart, bypass your mind, bypass the inner critic, and come right through your hand and write the lessons learned. And you need to have those then look at you in the face, because those will speak volumes to you, and they will be, pictorial examples of what you have been through, so you're no longer doubting yourself. This did occur. Yes, this happened. And you need to swallow this. This might be a big fat pill for you to swallow. This occurred. This happened. I saw this. I heard this. This is what happened, and I know me now. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. I know what I felt. I know what I was promised. This was what happened. This is objective. If you can get more back to the objective, which means factual basis, I am, I saw, I heard, I felt, I know, you will recover a sense of certainty and a sense of knowing, and go, oh, you'll have more OMG moments on the side of truth. And so it is that truth with which you need to embrace and thank God, and then permeate that knowing with a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions that can reset the nervous system. You need to call forth that feeling of gratitude on a consistent basis. Taking a moment and then stopping for a moment, even if it's once an hour, and just coming into a state of gratitude and say, oh my God, I am so glad I have what I have. OMG, I'm so glad I have what I have. Oh my God, I'm so glad I am who I am. Oh my God, I'm so glad I survived this. I'm getting away. If you can recall and just allow yourself to generate that feeling of gratitude and have it permeate your body for a moment, and then reflect on your lessons learned, you'll begin to reset the neural pathways that wire and fire together, and you'll begin to restore a sense of self-trust and self-belief. You'll begin to then live in that quantum field of healing, where you'll then invite more of that to be called forth into your life, and you'll be able to manifest that. You'll begin to back yourself up. Life, the wind will be at your back, pushing you forward. It will be guiding you forward. Your spiritual guides, your angel guides, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Saint Germain, that purple, intuition, honor, energy will begin to permeate and carry you forth like a wind. The north wind will be at your back rather than at your face. Excuse me. And then you'll begin to then be pulled forward in your life, and you'll begin to feel that sense of knowing and self-trust. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.